Good evening.
Good evening.
My name is Syed Mahmood. Can you tell me your full name, please?
My name is Sylheti.
Thank you. Can you tell me where you're from?
I'm from Kathmandu, which is the capital city of our country, Nepal.
Okay. Now, in this first part, I'd like to ask you a few questions about yourself and your surroundings. Let's talk about the weather. What's the weather like in your country?
Weather like mostly it's sunny days. Sometimes it rains also, but mostly it's hot over here.
Okay. How many seasons does your country have?
Like other countries, our country also have 4 seasons: winter, summer, and like monsoon and spring.
Okay. What is your favorite season of the year?
My favorite season is spring season. Obviously, it is really not very cold also and not very hot also. So, spring is my favorite season.
All right. Does the weather affect your mood?
Uh, Sometimes, yes, in the rainy season, I really don't like rainy season because sometimes I have to go out, and at that time I can't go out when it's raining. So, it it really affects my mood.
Okay. Now, let's talk about something else. Let's talk about tourism. What should the tourists see or do in your country?
As my country is a historical country, so many tourists from different countries would comes here to see historical places like museums and like temples and other many things.
Okay. Is there any traditional food that you'd recommend to the visitors?
Um, Traditional food, I would there is like Newari, typical Nepal Newari food. So I would like to give them a give them that food.
Okay. Right. Tell me about the visitors who come to your country.
Visitors like um, from different countries, like from Australia, from America, uh, they come from different countries, and I think it depends on their mood also.
Okay. Do the tourists respect the culture of your country?
As I've seen till now, yes, they do respect our cultures.
All right. Now let's move on and talk about being on time for appointments. Is being late acceptable in your culture?
I think no, it's not acceptable in our culture, and I think not in any culture also. It's not really a good thing to be late.
All right. Are you ever late for appointments?
Uh, I think yes. Some last last week for my class, not for appointment. Yes, for my class, I get late, and it was really awful for me also, and not that's not a good thing. And I really said sorry to my teacher for
All
that.
right. What type of excuses do you think are all right for being late?
It depends on the situation. I personally think it depends on the situation how you get late, and if you are late by yourself, like you're not getting waking up early and you get late, that's not a good. But if you get really late by a traffic jam and something like other, uh, it's normally you can tell the truth to your teacher or other also.
Okay. How do you feel when someone else is late for an appointment with you?
Uh, Actually, I won't like that someone will make me wait for the appointment. Nobody, I think nobody will like to wait, and waiting is not really acceptable, I think.
All right. Now I'm going to give you a topic. I'd like you to talk about it for 1 to 2 minutes. Before you talk, you'll have 1 minute to think about what you're going to say. Usually the examiner would give you a cue card and a paper and a pencil, but in this case I'm just sending you in the message. So if you could check the message, please. and let me know when you see it. Have you received it? Hello?
I'm really sorry, sir.
That's absolutely fine. Have you received the topic?
Not yet.
I've sent you a message.
Actually, I couldn't see the message.
Okay, I've sent you a message on Skype. Can you see the Skype messages?
Sorry, I'm not getting your message.
Okay, so do you want me to read it out? You can write it down if you like. Okay, so the topic is, describe a wedding ceremony that you have attended. You should say where it was held, who you went with, what sort of activities took place, what type of food was served, and mention what you liked and or disliked about the event. Did you get that? Yeah? Do you want me to say it again? Or is it okay? Yeah? Okay, so your 1 minute starts now. Alright, remember you have 1 to 2 minutes for this, so don't worry if I stop you. I'll tell you when the time is up. Can you start speaking now, please?
Recently, I have went to the wedding ceremony, which is held nearby my house, which was my uncle's wedding. It was my uncle's wedding. So I went there with my parents, and it uh, it was really fun on that day. We enjoyed a lot, and like there are lots of activities like done by like I'm sorry.
Please
Uh,
continue.
uh,
You were talking
like
about activities, yes.
there are lots of activities done. I think it's depends on our culture, everybody's culture, and it's also done like something tika and all, and I'm
Okay, let's
sorry.
move on to the food and the other things that you may have liked or disliked about the event.
Yes, there are lots of varieties of foods served there, and it was really all good in taste also. Like we have pulaus also, and like muttons and other food also, and really different types of foods also there. And the mostly I like that event because there was lots of people having enjoying, and we all the relatives met at that time. So I like that event, and The mostly I didn't like the about that event was the noise. These days people are having noisy music also, so I don't like musics a lot. So noisy music a lot, so I
Thank
don't
you.
like.
Now, we've been talking about wedding. I'd like to discuss some more general questions relating to this. Do you think marriages are important for the society?
Yes, it is very important because without marriage the society couldn't begin, I think.
Okay. We've seen an increase in marriages ending in divorces in many countries. Why do you think that is?
It depends on their own situation, I think. I personally think it depends on their understandings and other, like people are having affairs and another thing also. So it's going more and more these days.
All right. What roles do men and women typically play in families in your country?
Uh, Now, in recent decade, I think women are equally treated like men in our country too, like in foreign countries. And but in past time, women are not allowed to go out of the home and work. But now, women are working out of the house also and doing their home, being a housewife also.
Okay. How different is life in your generation compared to the lives of your parents or your grandparents?
Obviously, it is very different now, like facilities wise and like everything have changed now. Now,
All right. Thank you very much. That is the end of your speaking test. So within 15 minutes time, I will send you a message on Facebook detailing your strengths and weaknesses and suggesting some things. But obviously, as your exam is very near now, I think it's tomorrow, as you said. So you probably won't have much time to review them and do anything about it. But obviously, hopefully, I hope that this practice session would gear you up towards the exam and you can sort of get a feel of how the questions are and what type of questions may be asked. Obviously, I believe you may have seen on YouTube there are multiple videos available on my channel, and obviously other teachers are there as well. So you may have seen some videos, and obviously face to face when you do it with somebody or even on Skype, you get a feel of the mental stress or the pressure of answering on a live session. So all of those things, hopefully that will help, and I wish you all the best.
thank you,
Right?
sir.
So I'll send you a message within 15 minutes.